Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman Studio, and today we've got Tom in the chair. How you doing, mate?
All good, yourself?
I'm very well, thanks mate, I'm very well. So what are we doing? What's the
plan? So plans today is sort of not get rid of all, but a sort of big transformation.
Okay.
I've been sort of directed by my work that it needs to be short and neat, and also I've joined the Army Reserve, so basically I can't go in with this. I've been told that it needs to be short and neat, off the sides, and also in my sort of day-to-day job, it sort of needs to be neat, professional, and sort of, I want to stick to that, but still keep a bit of style, keep a bit of curly hair.
So what is neat and professional? What is their sort of like, have they got like a lookbook or anything? Or?
They haven't, that's the thing. They've given, the only direction I've been given is off the ears, shorter sides.
Okay.
So I sort of went with that and actually looked at your channel.
Okay.
I've got a few photos.
Yeah, let's have a look, yeah.
So I think this is a guy you done fairly recently. Hair similar to mine.
Oh yeah.
That is at the moment.
Yeah.
And that's what it looked after. I think that is acceptable, definitely. And sort of similar with this bloke.
Yeah.
Obviously my hair's not that long, but
yeah.
It's a similar sort of thing. So I sort of want to maintain some style on top and a bit of length. Yeah. That's the sort of thing that I don't want.
Okay.
Sort of have it hanging over my eyes and overhang.
Of course. So the main thing we're getting from all these haircuts is that short back and sides, and then enough length on the kit to have some curl on top. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bit thick. All right. Cool. Yeah. I mean, I think it's all doable. The guy with the blonde hair we did on the channel before, his hair was very fine. Yeah. Like really fine. Yours is a lot thicker than his, but I think we can still try and make something like that work.
Yeah.
Only thing is though, do you want a fringe? Because I feel like you need to really open your face out, mate. I think you're a handsome bloke, man. I feel like if you have a fringe sitting down covering it, it's going to narrow it all in, you know.
To be honest, as long as we get to that sort of, that short back and sides sort of stay where it is neat at the sides, off the ear, I'm happy to let you do it. What you like, what you think to do. That's sort of why I've come here.
Okay, yeah.
Stuff.
I feel like you'd suit it coming back more. I feel like you would suit it off your face. Yeah, you've got a very strong hairline. I feel like the shorter we go with the curls, they're going to soften out a little bit as well. Yeah. I feel like your face shape doesn't really, I don't think you'd suit having a fringe. You know, you've got a very, very good angular face, and covering that with a fringe just narrows it right down, you know? Again, that's just my opinion, right? You do have, obviously you have your own say as well.
Honestly, I'm happy to go with sort of what your ideas are, because I've had the hair sort of, I would say, all my life. I've never had it short like that, and so I don't even know what it will look like when it's short. The only when I've had it short is it tied back and slicked back. But,
so you've seen what your face shape looks like when you pull it off your face?
Yeah, I've seen that, but in terms of when it's cut short and it sort of bounces up, when it's in those photos, you know, it's curling on top. I've never seen my hair do that.
Yeah, I think it will, but I feel like it will soften out a lot. I feel like if you look at where your curl comes from, it does come from quite close up, but I feel like if you were to have it come and push back, I feel like that would be a lot easier to manage for you. I feel like if it was coming forwards, I don't know how well that would sit. That's a bit of a guess, a bit of a gamble, right? With the guy with the blonde hair we done on the channel, his hair was, if you watch the video, right, his hair was so fine and it did move about a lot. Yours doesn't really move about that much. It's quite set in that centre part. And if you've had long hair all your life, that part ain't going away. That is not going away. So for that to fall forwards and sit forwards, I just don't think that's going to work at all. Right. I feel like you need to work with that and kind of work with it coming away from the face still. Yeah. Let me give you an example, right? Just so you've got an idea in your head. See, I think you'd suit something a bit more like this. So look at his hair when he came in. Very similar to yours, right? Yeah. Very, very similar. This was the end result. Something like that. So that's yours pretty much now, right? And again, because of the way his hair fell forwards and split, I don't know if that would have went forwards. But if you look at the end result, I feel like, I mean, not as high as tight as that, but that kind of shape would look really well for your hair, I think. I feel like you need to really show off your face, and that is a super neat and tidy back and sides.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you see what I mean? Something along the lines of that, I think would work. Obviously, balance to your face shape, but working with that kind of look, I just think that would look really, really good for you.
Another factor sort of what I wanted to take into consideration was that I need something that's very easily maintainable, that I'm going to be working, and that looks...
Oh, it really is, mate. You literally just, I mean... We've got so many more products since then as well. That was like 6 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more on the market now to manage curlier hair. A lot of guys are embracing it, which they never used to. So I feel like that would really help, because I feel like when you bring that off your face, if you bring that off, everyone watching this now is going yes, because it works, it suits you. If we close your face up, it just doesn't look the same. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think it would give you the same finish. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like you need to open your face. You've got a strong hairline, you've got a lovely texture of hair. You cut that back down, you're going to have a nice bit of flow sitting through there. And I just think it would look awesome.
I'm happy with that then.
Yeah?
I'm trusting on that.
All right, cool. Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Yeah?
Happy, yeah.
All right, mate.
Happy days.
Let's give it a go. I'm going to wet it down, right? I'll probably run a bit of conditioner through it, considering you just washed it. And then we'll start with getting rid of the backhand sides. Sweet. All right?
All right.
So you're happy to go down to like whatever short enough that comes off over the ears, yeah? Similar to them videos there where you see the nice little short tape, nice and clean side.
Yeah, happy, yeah.
All right, cool, man. Let's do it. Is this something that you've been, like, you've almost been sprung on you, or?
Well, I knew I was going to have to do it. Eventually.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's probably more gutted about it than me, to be honest with you, mate.
Yeah.
I told them, and they all said, "Oh no," because I have talked about it for a while.
Okay.
Never actually followed through with it, and they were always like, "Oh, you gotta bottle it," and I have many a time, to be fair. But no.
But I think maybe what you needed to happen was to take that decision away from you.
Yeah.
And let someone else make that decision for you, which it sounds like you have. Yeah. So are you an ambulance driver? Is that what you are now?
I'm training to be sort of ambulance crew. Okay. I've got about five weeks left.
Oh, nice.
And that's sort of another factor is why I'm going to be starting at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I haven't got time to be faffing about my hair in the morning.
No, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. But honestly, I do definitely think all the factors taken into account.
Yeah.
This is the right choice, because I don't want you to have to try and blow dry your hair in the mornings. I don't want you to blow dry your hair at all if you can help it, because it will just go frizzy and dry. I want you to be able to just get up, run a bit of product through your hair and just leave it. That's essentially what I want you to do, all right? Right, so separating the back and sides out, bringing this round into the horseshoe section, because we really need to see and cut in the back and sides first. Are you joining the army as a medic, are you? Is that what you're doing?
So I've joined London Ambulance as sort of training to be a medic.
Oh, okay.
And I've joined the army as well, just as training to be infantry.
Oh, wow.
Sort of both.
So both, yeah.
Both at the same time.
Bloody hell, man. You don't want to spend your life messing around with your hair.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Wow. Okay.
And I haven't started my training officially for it. Like I've started the drill nights and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't been to any. They call it a carder. Where you go away and get trained. But their advice was, if I go with this hair, I'm just gonna like create attention to myself, and you don't want that. You want to be a grey man.
You want to be incognito, right?
Exactly.
You want to be part of the.
Don't want to draw attention to yourself.
Not at all, mate. Not at all. I suppose in other industries, you'd like to draw attention to yourself, right? You know what I mean? It'd be nice. Obviously, maybe not the army for any training or whatever, but yeah, no, I think it's. I mean, there'll be loads of people watching this going, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's doing that. Leave the army," but. Your hair shouldn't dictate. Your hair has to match your lifestyle, mate. Yeah. It's as simple as that. It has to match your lifestyle. If it doesn't match your lifestyle, you need to get a hairstyle that does. That's the best thing. Best advice I give everybody. I've been there myself. I've had long hair. I've had short hair. I know what works for me. I've got to make it work. You know what I mean? I've got to make sure that does work for me. Right, so let's take this off. You ready?
I am.
Cool. Is everyone ready at home? Not my fault. I didn't say anything. Oh, blame the army. Right, so... I'm going to start on the right hand side. Now this needs to come up and off the ears, right? So. This should be a short back and sides, so this needs to be short enough that we can taper this off the ears. And still give them some sort of length on top, right? So how many times have you kind of went to get it cut and then obviously, lost your nerve?
Probably the closest I've got is actually walking past the barbers.
Oh really? Yeah.
No, I've had an appointment booked to go do it before, and then I phoned up saying, "No, I'm not coming." Sorry, mate.
I think you gave 24 hours notice, mate, because that's not a good touch if you didn't.
I've said it a lot in school. Never got around to it.
Yeah.
And everyone stopped believing me after a while.
But it's like the boy who cried wolf in the end, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, sure, whatever, you know.
It's probably the first time I've been to a barber's or hairdressers, whatever, and I've had clippers near to my head.
I can imagine, mate, yeah.
Clippers.
I can imagine, mate. This is a different technique, though. I'm debulking this and creating the shape at the same time. Right. So it's kind of like it won't look clippered. You know what I mean? It'll just look nice and tidy. If you look now, I'll show you a bit of it now. Actually, no, I won't. I'm going to wait till the end.
Go on, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to wait. But this won't look like you've had like a skin fade or something, you know what I mean, or anything like that at all.
Yeah.
It's just going to look nice and neat, nice and tidy, and just give you something that's going to give you like a, you know, what's needed from what what they expect of you, basically.
Yeah.
You start from the bottom, going up, and then I start from the top and just really bring them sections in a bit tighter to really create that nice, uniform finish on the sides with a nice little graduation down the bottom there. So your curls, who are they from then, mate?
You know what? It's family mystery that.
Is it?
No idea. No idea. Well, all my family from Ireland, and none of them got curly hair. My cousin's got a bit. His hair's curly a bit, but nowhere to the extent of mine.
This curl is so strong, like so strong. I am guaranteeing you now this would not work forwards. The sides haven't even gone straight yet. So that top is definitely not sitting forwards.
What side you shave?
The sides, yeah, they're not even straight. They're still curly. Yeah. That would definitely not sit forwards, mate. Honestly, it is fighting me here to just go where it wants to. So we need to let your hair do what it wants, I promise you. So, siblings?
Yeah, got a brother and sister, both older.
Okay.
Nowhere near sort of my curls.
Really, yeah.
The sister's got just normal long brown hair, and brother's got basically a short back and sides as well.
Okay.
The only sort of family relative I look closest to is my dog. No, genuinely. I've been up.
Have you got like a cocker spaniel or something? Yeah,
cockapoo. Mate, I've been up the woods before, yeah, and some person walked past me like, "God, is this true?" Like people look like their dogs. And I'm like, "Cheeky." And then she just walked off.
Well, it is though, you know, mate. Honestly, I see it all the time. Like I see like people walking their dogs, and I'm just like, oh my god, that is such a match. You know what I mean? Like even in like body shape and stuff. You know what I mean? It's amazing.
Yeah.
I never say it to them though, but you know, I definitely thought it a few times. Don't be looking.
I didn't look. I couldn't see my face.
That's good. The hair on this side was in the way. That's why. Right. That's a brilliant one, that, mate. Look like your dog. So, do you know when with obviously the new position in the army and stuff like that? Like, when does that start? Did you say?
I'll probably start my sort of official training could start in January, but I'm starting on the ambulances like operationally at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So it's got to be probably June. But yeah, I thought I'd strike while the iron's hot, get the haircut now.
Yeah, definitely. What are the haircuts that they have in there? They can still have a little bit of length on top, right?
Yeah,
you said,
yeah.
Okay.
Just off the ear is what I was told, off the ear and neat.
Right. Well, so usually for off the ears and neat, that usually means short.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean clip it short all the time, but definitely means short, if that's what they're thinking. And again, it's just trying to figure that. It's trying to definitely get that understanding of what they mean by neat. But usually in a corporate environment, it's usually this, right? This kind of length where no scalp exposure because that looks aggressive. And then obviously, you know, just off the ears, tied on the neckline, nice and tapered, that kind of thing. That's usually what looks neat, you know? You got to make people look like you had a haircut. I know obviously you will do because you've got no long hair anymore. But once that novelty's wore off, you've got to then look like you've had a fresh haircut. You know what I mean? Yeah. So something like this would look nice. Give you a nice taper down the bottom. Really sharp on the edges as well to really show off that you've a solid haircut done. And then obviously on the top, just something that balances and suits you, you know? Yeah. So still working with your face shape, still making sure we take that into account. And then obviously keeping the top in.
I still haven't looked yet, I'm seeing the hair going down in front of me.
Look if you want, mate. Look if you want. It's going to be a shot, mate.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's always that sort of first initial look, you're like, oh my God, where's it gone? Right, that'll do for now. So I'm just going to do everything freehand. I feel like if you look at your face shape, right, that's the angle we need to go to that. So that's the angle I'm working on. So that's why it's always going to look nice. When you keep a little bit more length up here with your face shape, you've got a very diamond face shape. Perfect face shape from pretty much any style. That's why the long hair suits you. Short hair is going to suit you as well, all right? So we just need to keep that same angle, a little bit tighter towards the ears, and then building a bit more length up here. And then that way, the top will just fall in nice and natural for you, okay?
Yep.
So how often would you normally get a haircut?
I did actually look before, while I was waiting outside, just in case you asked me, and my last haircut was 2nd of August.
Oh wow, okay.
So probably, what's that, 3 months now?
Yeah, yeah.
It probably is that, about every 3 months or so.
Yeah,
I'd look in the mirror and think, yeah, I need a haircut.
Right. And have you got a regular person you go and see?
Do you recognise me at all? Because I think you have,
I done your hair before?
cut my hair before.
I thought I did when you were outside. I was thinking, when you were here, I was thinking, I recognise you.
Yeah. You've cut it before a couple of times.
I thought so.
Know what? That was one of the times, I wasn't going to tell you, but that was one of the times I was going to come and have it short, like this. I was the lad that came in, I was running the marathon the next day with my mate.
Yes,
and,
I do remember, yeah.
I asked about a mullet, didn't I?
You did,
remember that?
That is
and
it,
you were
yeah.
Like, it's gonna look, it's good. I said, what's a mullet gonna look like on me? And you were like, it's gonna look like a mullet, mate. Yeah. I was like, yeah. That's why you're above me. That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like, what else do you say? It's gonna. There's nothing else you can say. A mullet is a mullet, mate, and there's no way else you can say. Unless you do it on somebody, you'll never know what you look like. It's one of those things, you've just got to do it, right? I thought I recognised you now, Tom. Yeah. That's so weird, because I didn't want to say nothing when you came in, just in case you just look like somebody. You know what I mean? Because I'm good with faces most of the time, but I'm terrible with names. And then when you said Tom, I was like, I recognise that name. But then I didn't want to say nothing again because I didn't want just in case you hadn't been. Yeah. And you done no training, right?
That was my mate. That was my mate.
That was your mate who done no training. That was it. See, I do remember. See,
I'd done all the training, and he'd done that.
That's it. See, everyone watching thinking I was blagging that then. I wasn't. I do remember someone saying they'd done no training. Yeah. You done the training, but your mate hadn't. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, and he was just winging it, wasn't he? Yeah. Yeah, man.
Still finished though.
Did he? Did he really?
Finish, yeah.
My God, he must have been gassing though, mate. I'll tell you that.
Oh, mate, I was.
What is it? 26.2 miles? Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I did a 5K on Monday and I felt great, mate. You know what I mean? How many kilometres is a marathon?
42.
Nah, 42. Nah, I'd done the 5 and I was dead, mate. So, long way to go for me.
To be honest, when I'd done that though, the furthest I'd run about 6 months before was 5K.
Oh, really?
So yeah, you say that, but 5K is sort of still good.
That's nice to see you again then, Tom.
Yeah, you do. Is your boy still doing those Lego things that creating Lego?
That's right. Indeed, he is.
That's wicked.
Yeah, man. He's still an absolute genius. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if anyone knows this, but my middle boy is like he's a Lego nut, and he can literally build so if he gets a box of Lego, so like it's like, I don't know, it can be anything, like something to do with Star Wars or something like that. He doesn't have to read the instructions to build it, but he can build it piece by piece by looking at the box. So yeah, I hope he gets like some sort of CEO level of Lego. Anyone who works for Lego watching, please reach out. He'd absolutely be over the moon if he got some sort of feature on there, mate, I'll tell you. But he wants me to, what his goal is, because Daddy's on YouTube, he wants to go on YouTube, and he wants me to film him building Lego. And he does his own little like vlog. I'm not putting it on YouTube. He's too little for that. He's way too young for that. But he wants me to at some point like set him up like a YouTube Kids account or something. And he stands there and goes, "Hey guys, like and subscribe." You know? And he builds something like age 9, and he'll build it in about 40 minutes. And you're just like, how the hell did you do that? Yeah. But he just builds Lego all the time. But yeah, good memory, mate. Good memory. That's good. I feel like we're catching up here. Bit of nostalgia. Sorry, I think everyone must be watching, thinking they're gagging in on a friendship here, mate. You know? Sorry, guys. Just catching up. What were you doing then? Were you doing the same thing as you are now back then? No,
I was doing civil engineering then.
Yeah. I definitely knew it wasn't ambulance.
Yeah, I was talking about concrete all day.
Yeah. No, it's. I think. Do you know what, mate? I think change a job, change your look. I think it's probably a good thing for you. You know, mate. I feel like this could be a good change. You know, a good reset almost for you. Because you know, if you don't like the army or it doesn't work out for you, at least you know then you could. You know, if you do want to change your look back to what you had, that you know I think you've got the patience to grow it out again. Right, I'm going to cut this into shape now. So, I'm going to work by cutting this horizontally so everything's staying symmetrical. Again, got to take into account here, Tom hasn't had short hair for 20 years. So I want to make something nice and easy for him. It still kind of blends in kind of what he's doing now, still, you know, pushing it off his face a little bit because it suits him and it'll work for that low maintenance element. But also that's going to really kind of work with the day-to-day job as well. Cutting this in to match the underneath. There's the guide that I'm working to. I'm cutting it through. So what's your routine been like then with your hair? Have you got a shampoo, conditioner routine, everything like that as well?
I've done exactly what you said to me about 18 months ago.
Did you know? Yeah. And how did it go?
I think it went well, but I'm one of those people that don't really pay too much attention to their hair or anything. I remember you said he made the same noise about 18 months ago. But,
see, I'm just like this in real life, aren't I? Yeah. See, I don't put it on for the camera, do I?
Yeah, I've sort of had the same style and haven't really paid too much attention to it, to be honest.
So I gave you the whole 2 days a week treatments, things like that. Yeah.
Not using a hairbrush. I was using like a hairbrush when it was dry as well.
Oh yeah.
That was a big no-no apparently.
Yeah, big no-no, mate. Yeah, you hurt my soul when you said that to me, mate. Yeah.
Apparently I was drying my hair on as well.
Oh, you were rubbing it, weren't you?
Yeah, I was doing it.
Yeah.
Basically going like a mad dog with it.
That's it, mate. That's it. But that's the thing. The whole point, right, is as much as we laugh about that, right? The truth is that my job is here to advise and consult you, right? If you're doing something wrong or something that I can help you with, then I'm going to do it, because that is what, you know, if you look at, like, say, women, for example, right? There was always that thing, you know, there used to always be them jokes about women taking longer in the shower and spending more time on the hair, spending more money on the hair, things like that, right? The only reason they do that is, one, because they've got longer hair, generally, and two, because hairdressers have told them from a young age they need to do this.
Yeah.
Men, especially, like, you know, I started off in a traditional barber shop. We only washed hair if they had Dax wax in the hair or they really requested it. And a lot of the time it was just short back and sides. There was no real need to give advice. Nobody wanted the advice, so you never gave it, right? And I think if you think back to then and compared to now, when it's a lot more now about washing hair and things like that. If you're still going to a shop that was like what I started off in, you're not going to get the same advice, right? But I've worked in a few different salons where we've washed hair beforehand and things like that. So then you start learning about washing hair, what to do, what the right thing to do is. And ultimately, the haircut looks so much better when your hair's in good condition. It's an obvious one, right, isn't it? You know, hair's in good nick, your style will look good. So all I try and do is just get the best out of my haircuts by teaching you how to wash your own hair. Because you've not been shown it by anybody, how to wash your own hair properly. I bet you know how to trim your beard and shave your face and all that, right? But I bet you know how to do it more than you know how to look after your hair, right? So that's why people like me are here, to give you that advice on what to do with your hair. You know what I mean? Because ultimately it makes everything better for me, and it'll make it better for you.
Yeah.
So it's a no-brainer for me, really. Well, I'm glad. Did you take that bit on board though, about scrunch drying and pattern scrunching?
I did.
Good.
I did.
Good. It didn't tangle up as much as I thought it would do, so that's good. I thought it might tangle a bit more.
I even done the old, apparently you meant to shampoo it twice and then condition it once. You even done that, mate.
Yes, that's right.
Could teach an old dog new trick.
But the main thing is stick to that, okay? Keep doing what you're doing, all right? Because you've still got curly hair, all right? Your texture hair hasn't changed, even though it goes short. You've still got the wave and the curl. Just stick to it if you can, mate, okay? And as it grows out, and even as it's short now, it'll start looking really nice too, okay? You'll keep that nice softness in there that you need as well. Oh, your mate's got short hair, yeah?
Yeah.
So you must really stand out then when you're in the crowd.
Oh yeah, I do, definitely. I've been at concerts before, and then people have said, like, you're like a beacon. Like, you know, people say, like, oh, I'm stood next to like Pillar E or something.
Yeah.
I've stood next to the bloke with massive hair. That's what it is.
Well, what everyone's going to say now is stand next to what? Next to who? You're going to have your ambulance jacket on or something like that. Maybe that might help. Your high vis jacket. Next time you go somewhere.
Maybe, yeah. But it's also like the names you get called for, like playing football or something like that. All the people trying to get in your head and stuff like that. I'm not getting any of that anymore. Can
you give us one that's clean and we can use?
Do you follow football at all? You know the Chelsea player Cucurella?
Yeah, Cucurella, yeah.
That as a classic.
Yeah.
David Luiz, another classic.
Yeah. Do you ever get Fellaini?
Yeah, Fellaini, yeah. Puyol.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A lot of the ones probably aren't suitable for the camera, to be honest with me.
Gathered that way. That's why I wanted the clean version. Yeah. think the main thing is though is obviously, you know, what we're doing now is we're trying to preserve the length on the, like, as much length on top as I can, right? So back and sides of the key, nice and tidy and clean, nice taper, clean edges, off the ears. The top is just something that's going to benefit your sort of, your way of wearing it, right? But as you can see, we're still working with the face shapes. We're still keeping some nice wave, but you see the curl is not as strong now. It's more of a wave. It's starting to dry and you can see it's just starting to create a bit more of a bend. So I'm just working horizontal sections all the way over. Connect it in low down as I can to the sides, so we're still maintaining some nice length. Main thing is as well building up that shape to keep it nice and square, to show off the graduation down the bottom, and just allow Tom just to do this and just brush his fingers to it and leave it. That's all we want him to do. So how are you finding the training so far? Are you finding it all right?
No, I'm really enjoying it actually.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good.
So I was working sort of in an office in sort of like corporate and sort of private sector. I thought this isn't for me, and then got a lot of family that are in NHS and family that are in ambulance service, so I thought I'd give that a go, and yeah, I love it.
Nice, man. Nice.
I haven't got like out there, but yeah, I can. That's what everyone says. Sort of the main reason they join is that the job that sort of makes a difference. And
yeah. Do they prepare you for like scenes, like certain scenes that you end up going to? Do they prepare you for that?
They do. Obviously, you can't prepare for the real thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like last week, all we've been doing is what's doing a cardiac arrest. Yeah, and then we've got still another 5 weeks, and then a month learning how to drive on the blue lights.
Oh, blue lights, yeah, nice.
Actually go out operational on 22nd of December, so I could be working Christmas Day this year.
I think New Year's would be the worst one to work though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't want to tempt fate here for you, mate, but that would be horrendous working New Year's. I can imagine everyone is absolutely wasted. And
yeah.
Right, that's you done, mate.
Nice one. Nice one.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put a little bit of product through it now. I'm gonna put a little bit of serum through this just while it's wet, just to try and get rid of any frizz that's going on there, right? Wipe this through, and now we're gonna leave it to dry naturally. Okay, I'm not gonna dry it off, I'm gonna leave it to dry naturally, okay? And what you'll find is when that dries off, because of the defining properties in the lotion, you're gonna get like a nice soft finish and soft wave, all right? I'm just kind of trying to work with your natural part in here just so it falls off. It's about here, yours sort of wants to fall. I'm just kind of working with it. And then it's do its thing, just like that, okay? And then you can just give a little scrunch just to bring them curls in. So work with the wave first. Sorry, work with the part first and then work with the wave.
Yeah.
That way you'll end up with a nice finish. So as you see, everything just falls in nicely. It looks smart, it looks tidy. It suits you. It keeps your face out as well, which I think you really need. And that way you've got a
nice one.
Nice finish for your face.
Happy, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Must feel so weird, mate.
Yeah,
it must feel so weird. It'll take a while to get used to, mate. It really will. I get that, man. I get that. But let me just show you what it looks like, okay?
Go on.
So
Nice one.
it's nice and tidy. It's nice and tapered.
Perfect.
And you've got that nice bit of length still through the top, so you can do something with it.
Perfect. Yeah.
There's in there for you. So I think that looks, to me, that looks like it fits the bill.
Yeah,
what you want. And I've just tried to work with your natural hair as well, just so when it does start to curl up in about an hour or so, it'll just sit like that. You just have a nice head of curly hair, but just let that come back. It'll fall so nicely for you. Then trying to manage it at the front.
Happy.
All right,
nice one. Cheers, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. You're welcome.